All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Let's start out with the basics. How does it look? How does it sound? Hopefully, that's a little better. All right, so today's subjects, we're going to talk about the Australian situation. Sorry, a backup plan, and you're not alone. So now you're not alone. I hope some of you get where I'm going with that one, because we see what's going on, and it seems like everyone's bailing on everyone during these hard times. Whether you're part of the whole eviction moratorium, or you are not, you haven't taken a shot yet, and your friends stopped talking to you, or the Australian situation, especially if you're in Australia and you seem like you're alone. Um, there's there will be issues with that. So the alone feeling part. Sorry. So I know a lot of people here. Again, we're reading the newspaper every day. Every day we turn around, man, it's something new. It's some new stressor or something that's wrong. So with that being said, uh, the world or the walls feel like they're closing in on us. So with that being said, guys, um, we're gonna get to that whole you're alone part. So now, uh, I'm going to try something new every 10 minutes. If you guys watch my videos, if you don't catch them live, I put a commercial in. So every 10 minutes, I'm going to break or, mention break. And that's why I put the commercial in so that there's nothing lost in between. Because I hate watching a show and a commercial interrupts the middle of what they're saying. So we're going to try to professionalize this a little more or make it a little more professional. Sorry. And I might start doing commercials again, like for the freeze dried food companies, or at least the one freeze dried food company. Sorry, but I haven't decided that. I've also been getting, uh, I guess, emails from companies wanting me to do, uh, like those adding commercials. Well, like I'll do a commercial on, let's say, a watch, and then I'll throw it in the middle of the a video. I haven't decided whether I want to do that yet because a lot of the gear that they want me to do commercials for do not jive with prepping, right? So if I was a photography channel or maybe even the political channel, I can get away with doing some fucking Levi's commercial because they actually reached out to me. But Levi's doesn't go with prepping, though a lot of preppers do wear jeans. But that's not the point. The point is that some of these people that are reaching out to me, if a company I like reaches out to me, I might be doing one of those commercials. But I don't know. I don't know yet. Again, it's all just because the channel is growing, and I would like to grow in other ways. Because guys, if you work your YouTube channel out right, you can absolutely put yourself in a better position to make more money. But it is not all about money. But yes, guys, we do make money. And no, I do not wear skinny jeans. I will never ever wear skinny jeans. I don't have a man vagina, so I'm not wearing skinny jeans. I'm out of that bullshit. But anyway, guys, and the reason why, another reason why I'm looking to grow a little more is also because the hammer looks like it's about to drop for me. So we shall see. All I can say is we shall see. Um, but again, guys, if it don't feel right, I'm not doing it. So that's how we can. That's another thing. I have an issue with some of these people that are reaching out to me. It doesn't jive with the commercial. So, I mean, it doesn't jive with the Prepper channel or the Prepper brand. Or if you guys can't use it, there's no need for me to do it, right? So, we I guess we have to wait and see. A photography app wanted me to do a commercial for a photography app on here. I'm like, I have a photography channel, but I only have 600 subscribers, but I can't do a photography app on a prepper channel. It doesn't jive, right? Um, but anyway, like I said, just giving you guys a bit of a heads up so that you guys are not completely shocked and like, what the fuck, There will be no selling out. So that means if one of these companies asks me to stop cursing or lessen my cursing, I'm pretty much going to tell them to kiss my dick. So that's where that goes. Um, I'm not going to change my behavior for anybody, right? So if I'm a loose cannon on here, you guys see the way I talk. I'm not going to all of a sudden change and become a model spokesperson with my tie and my jeans on and start talking correctly. Fuck them and fuck that. If they are seriously watching this channel, they know what the fuck they're getting themselves into. That's all I gotta say. All right, guys. So there seems to be some chatter, but I don't know from where, about 9/11 this year. I think Sarah Salty, if I fucked your name up, I'm sorry. I think she said, stay home. She just reminded me of all the other things I'm hearing throughout the last couple of weeks. But listen, guys, I don't know. All right, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen. Okay, Maverick Busa, that solves that problem. Thank you for that. Maverick Busa says don't support Levi's. They're anti 2A. All right, so that nailing that coffin. Okay, thank you. And that's the other thing too, guys. If I throw out certain companies that I'm going to look into, you guys are way faster at finding this shutout or remembering this stuff. So if you sit there and tell me they're against the Second Amendment or they're against free speech, guess what, guys? That idea, um, that book and that chapter's closed. Sorry, the chapter's passed. So I'm not going to entertain it. Thank you for that one, Busa, whatever your name is. Sorry, man. All right. So anyway, let's get to the shit that matters. Um, Australia, guys, is, I don't know, collapsing, falling apart, uh, going into a communist state, if you will, or totalitarian state, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's turning into a mini North Korea. And there is, so at first when I heard the shit that was going on in Australia, one part of me was like, nope, like that's a bit much. And then you watch videos of them arresting kids for hanging out on a beach at night and giving them $1,000 fine. So when you see that, guys, $1,000 fine, they're trying to make it a deterrent. And it seems to be if they don't pay this fine, there's a huge repercussions of not paying that fine. I think jail time for the parents, maybe. I don't know. Oh, shit. Sorry. Let me finish addressing the whole 9/11 thing. Sorry about that. I'm all over the place tonight. So the 9/11 thing, guys, that I'm just hearing a lot of chat about something big happening. I know what these refugees and people are going to be like, you're racist or whatever. Smoke my dick. The refugees that are coming here, New York City New York State is taking 1,000 refugees from Afghanistan. The timing is just way too close to 9/11. And with some of the chatter that I'm hearing about something going down for the 20th anniversary, I don't know, guys. I don't want to sit here and say I believe it all because I don't. Is my head going to be on a swivel that day? Absolutely. All right. I think I'm off that day. So to boot, I will be extra cautious. But I don't know, guys. I can't sit here and become a hermit. I can't sit here and not go to work, or if the shit goes down, I'm going to work. It's just how it is. So there's no staying home. There's no leaving the city. There's no running. This is what I signed up for. This is what I do. If the shit gets carried away and gets out of hand, so fucking be it, guys. All right. And I'm not military. I'm a fucking fireman. So if the shit goes sideways, it goes sideways. Um, that's what I signed up for. I signed up for that kind of shit. Right after 9/11, I saw what happened. I saw a lot of guys die. So a lot of people fall out of the building, and I still wanted to be a fireman. It's what we do. Yes, Tara, you can't live in fear. And that's exactly the point. You cannot live in fear, guys. You have to fucking go out and scratch your balls in the open. That's what it comes down to. Fuck what anybody's going to say. Fuck what people are going to say. And fuck living in fear. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. So, that being said, guys, with the Taliban, I'm sorry, with the refugees from Afghanistan coming here, we have to be more, what you call it. So anyway, break. All right, so that was the break. That's at 11 minutes on the nose. So guys, with that being said, we all have to keep in mind of September 11th, and we have to keep our head on the swivel, and we have to take note what's going on. That's it. But we can't stay home, and we can't stop living. That's out. All right, guys. So unfortunately, We're gonna have to grow a pair of balls, all of us. All right, we are absolutely gonna have to grow a pair and just live our lives, because we cannot live in fear from COVID. We can't live in fear from a terrorist attack. We can't live in fear of people wanting to beat us up because we don't fit their ideological dream of being vaccinated and wearing a mask. We can't live in fear. We got to get out there and get it done. All right, guys. So, with that being said, back to Australia. Now, the Australian kids, like I said, they received $1,000 fine for hanging out on the beach. I think it was like 6 of them or 8 of them, something like that. They got a fine. Their parents have to pay it because obviously these kids are not paying it. And the parents should be fighting it tooth and nail, guys. The parents should be going to war over this. They should not be scared. They should not be um, bowing down to the Australian government. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't understand how we became that country, or how they became that country, sorry, where they're just saying, okay, you want us to stay indoors? Fine, we'll stay indoors. You want us to double mask? Fine, we'll double mask. You want us to take 8 shots a year? We'll take the 8 shots a year. You want us to go inside and be good little drones? We'll be good little drones. How the fuck did that happen to them? Now, I know a lot of people are saying it's, New World Order and they're the test subject. I get it. I wholeheartedly get it. But I think I think Australia is, I don't know, guys. Okay. Forget about it. Australia's done. So there's no coming back. If these guys don't fight, if they don't start a civil war, they are done. Now, here's the bigger problem with Australia, guys. The big problem. The big problem in Australia is the camps they're building are quarantine camps. Now, the New York Times wrote an article, right? I guess it was an expose or whatever. A guy who spent his week there, a couple of days there, was trying to write it out like it was a camp for quarantine people, or like an adult camp, as if they have fucking tennis, soccer, swimming, and fucking water polo. It was the weirdest article. Anyway, I'm gonna put that in the description section below if I can remember it, and one of you guys will remind me, hopefully, in the description section. Hey, Dickface, put the article in the description section. So anyway, that being said, guys, they're building quarantine camps for people who are or test positive for COVID. The cops and the military working together, which I just found out the other day, are working together, keeping people indoors or enforcing the lockdown orders, if you will. Military's involved. Now, military is unarmed, but nonetheless, they are still involved. Now, unarmed guys doesn't mean dick. It takes nothing for them to go back to wherever the hell they're going, back to barracks or wherever they're holed up at, and get their arms, right? Or the supply truck to come and give them their arms. There's nothing to stop them. So with that being said, guys, Australia is without a doubt fucked. Now, without a doubt fucked. Now, we did see a video about 2 weeks ago where they were rioting in the streets. They were pushing past the cops. They were beating up the cops. And in this case, guys, I wholeheartedly understand why they were whipping the cops' ass. I hate to admit it, but it had to happen. The cops in Australia are getting carried away. Period. There is no, in this case, guys, with Australia, there is no backing that blue. So backing the Australian cops is out, because we're watching videos of them are getting carried away. We're watching videos of them snatching kids from parents. They are out. They are out of their minds. They lost their fucking minds. I don't know why they chose to go that path, or why they chose to fucking protect the government as if it was their baby. But the Australian cops lost their mind. And then what? And then what did they do after that? Did they start attacking the cops? Because they looked like they were trying to, but they were half stepping it. They weren't fully invested in beating the cops up. Yes, some guys were throwing haymakers, but not enough. But the cops were going to war on these people, like the cops here in the United States should have gone on the rioters last year. But instead, these cops, Australian cops, are doing doing this to their citizens who don't want to be quarantined, who don't want to be locked down anymore, but yet This is what's going on in Australia. And now I had to pull up videos because a lot of this shit I just didn't believe, and a lot of shit I believed and I just didn't want to see it. I'm like, but it's just gonna piss me off. It's pissing all of us off, guys. We're all being pissed off right now watching this shit fucking happen. And for what? Right? You know, for a bullshit situation, for a bullshit shot, for a bullshit government, Australian government, and even the U.S., but the Australian government that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, that seems to be changing the rules as they go along. There's a problem. Randy Raymonds, if we are in the date of trolls, yo, man, such is life. Trolls got to live too. Listen, guys, I said this before. I'm going to say it again. Trolls are part of YouTube life. Without those assholes, right? Without them, giving me thumbs downs or whatever, it is what it is, guys. These guys are part of trolls are the cancers of YouTube. There you go, guys. They're the cancers of YouTube, and this is where they stay. This is where they live. A lot of them are what do they call it? Keyboard warriors, right? Armchair bandits. They're all here, fucking saying shit and carrying on, and trying to be real niggas on here. But when you see them in person, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to type that. My finger slipped. Anyway, that being said, guys, trolls are fun. You can break their balls. Some of them don't know how to break balls. Uh, they'll sit there and say something like, "You're stupid." Okay, retard. Go back to the drawing board and come back with something a little tougher than "you're stupid," right? But anyway, all of that said and done, guys, Australia is fucked. And if Australia doesn't fight back, and I mean now, not later, but right now, yo, it's on. It's on. It's gone. Sorry. If they fight back, they have to fight back hard, and they have to cross that line, right? And that's a line that a lot of them don't want to cross because, unfortunately, they're pussies. There are a lot of pussies in Australia. I'm not saying all of Australia is pussy, but there are a lot of pussies there. If they're not fighting back with rocks, stones, bats, uh, going at it, that's on them. But here in the United States, on the other hand, that shit won't be happening here, guys. We have way too many. We have way too many. How you say? High-speed gentlemen, if you will, for that to happen here. Now, some people are like, well, it's happening already. We haven't reached that tipping point yet. We're approaching the tipping point, but we haven't reached it yet. At some point, we will, and then it'll get ugly. Then it'll get ugly. So, again, guys, Australia is again. I don't know how many times to say it, they're fucked. If they don't fight back now, they're completely screwed. And I mean, it's interesting watching this. Hunter Thomas, exactly, the Great Reset, known as the Great Fuck Up. Because the Great Reset, guys, is not going according to plan. That's for sure. They thought that they were going to scare the shit out of us, and we were all going to go along like stupid robot drones. I will do what you say. And it didn't work out that way. Because it can't. So with that, guys, let's move on to the next subject. The next subject is the backup plan. Now, the backup plan is not what you guys are thinking. The backup plan is actually something else. The backup plan is, how do you say, an alternative plan. We need an alternative plan for, and not what you're thinking, because I know some of you are. You guys are like, oh, we need a backup. No, we need an alternative plan or a backup plan for doctors, dentists, eye doctors, chiropractors, cardiologists, whatever extra. I forgot what the term is, but I guess elective doctors that do outside shit other than major problems like cancer, trauma, things like that. You're gonna need a doctor for whatever you might need that doctor for, guys. Unfortunately, we are headed towards. Unfortunately, right now, guys, with this whole doctor shit, we are headed towards something bad. Doctors are refusing service to the unvaccinated. With that being said, this is why we need the backup plan or the alternative plan, an alternative doctor. Now, I did a video on that today on a hot ass roof. I'm going to release it probably in 2 days. But, guys, one doctor, Dr. Jason Valentine, he's a family medicine doctor at Infirmary Health Diagnostic and Medical Center in Alabama, Saraland, Alabama. David, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. He went, I guess, viral, if that's the term, on YouTube because, not YouTube, sorry, on Facebook because he posted a picture of himself pointing at the sign that says he will no longer treat unvaccinated patients. Now, here's the problem, guys. There was a lady the other day. I forgot where the hell I read it, but she was on a phone conference or a phone interview. Sorry, and she stated that her doctor, her cardiologist, wouldn't see her because she wasn't vaccinated because she didn't get the shot. Her cardiologist told her, "I'm refusing service." So now, if this lady dies, because he could have gave her medication, he could have treated something, he could have put her on the right path. Because she's unvaccinated, he refuses to see her. So instead of saying, "Hey, just put a mask on and come and see me," right? He is now saying, "Fuck you, I'm not seeing you because you didn't take the shot. You're not following the program. You're not getting along. You're not a drone like the rest of society." And with that, now she doesn't have a doctor. So, guys, what are we going to do? We need a plan. We all need a plan. Some of you guys, and I advise this in my video, some of you guys should call up your doctors, your dentist, your eye doctor, chiropractor, cardiologist, whoever the fuck it is that you see, kidney specialist, right, oncologist. Um, Guys, call them up and find out if this is going to be a problem so that you can start making plans ahead of time and not going to your doctor's office the day of your fucking appointment and seeing on the door, "I will no longer treat you unvaccinated folks." And so you get inside thinking, he's bluffing. And then he's fucking ironclad with it. He's like, "Nope, I can't see you anymore, Miss Valencia, because you didn't want to play along. You didn't want to comply." With that, guys, um, this is absolutely getting out of control. So, again, I would absolutely call up your physicians, whatever they are, and ask them this question now so that you don't get pissed then. Because at least if you call them tomorrow morning, for example, and they tell you this shit, at least you can get pissed in the comfort of your own home and, motherfuck them over the phone and then leave it be. But this is going to get bad. This is going to get worse. If your doctor is part of a practice with like 4, 5, 6 other doctors, your doctor might be on board, not be on board with this, but he has to go along with the rest of the assholes. Now he could probably break off and start his own practice, but it's not that easy and it's not that fast. So with that, guys, you got to come up with another plan. Serafina, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. So again, guys, these doctors, and here's the other thing: when this Dr. Jason Valentine, put this notice on, great man, Prepper man, thank you for the donation. When he put this notice up, there were people who agreed with him. There were a lot of people who agreed with him. There were also a lot of people who were pissed. Here's the thing, guys: doctors can legally refuse service for whatever reason they find valid, with the exception of race, gender, sexuality, and all that other bullshit. But if they find it valid, for example, there have been doctors who refuse to see fat patients. And we're not talking about fat patient guys like Big Bone. We're talking about big motherfuckers like Shamus. Like the people that lay on the bed and can't move. Those people, right? Need a forklift to roll them over. Those people. Doctors have refused their services because they refuse to listen or lose weight. Sparky Times. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. So, guys, again, doctors have done it, and in this case, they can do it, and they would be backed. That's the crazy shit. So there's no repercussions for them turning you away. It's why you got to come up with a plan. Now we can all lose our motherfucking minds and go to fucking town on them, but we have to reserve ourselves and come up with alternative plans. We have to be easy, lay low, and we can play this out another way until they push us over the edge. And they are undoubtedly going to push us over the edge. It's just a matter of time, guys. Yeah, guys, listen. I know someone, I know there's some big people on here, but whoever on here thinks they're fat or big, you haven't seen some of the big people we've seen. You have not. Some of these motherfuckers are so big, they make Rosie O'Donnell look like Gandhi. Okay? Or an Ethiopian. You choose. Reek Paparazzi, thank you for the donation. Thank you. So there's some big ass people out there, and listen, guys. Like all joking aside, you feel bad for the people. I know that a lot of them do it to themselves. I know that you'll look at them and you'll be like, "Yo, man, that's fucking bad." You feel bad for them, but you look at them and you just at first you're like, "Holy shit, that's a big bitch," and then you come back to reality and you look, you're like, and you just feel bad because they wear when you have to help these people out, the shame on their face is what makes you feel bad for them. So it's not like um, they're an asshole about it. Some of them are fucking embarrassed. I mean, like, listen, guys, it gets. I wouldn't say heartbreaking, but it does get bad. Like you at first you're like, holy shit, and then your second time around, you're like, you're like, this sucks. It sucks watching. Again, they do bring it on themselves, but nonetheless, um, you still feel bad for them. So I mean, some people just, you know, you feel bad for them. But anyway, guys, to that, just come up with a backup plan, please. Come up with some kind of, alternative, you know, method of seeing your doctors or coming up with another doctor or seeing a holistic doctor. I'm sure a lot of holistic doctors are not on board. So you can also see them. But don't put your entire stock in them. Just they are good for certain things, but not everything. Unfortunately, guys, there's some illnesses out there you have to see a doctor and you have to take the pharmaceutical meds. Some. Others you don't. Gwen T, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, guys, you know what the drill is. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever makes you happy. If you pissed off at me for making fun of fat folks, please hit the thumbs down. If you if you just like me because I'm me, hit the thumbs up. If you want this video to be shared more, then hit the thumbs up again too. Whatever, guys, I don't care. The thumbs down, it's fine. It's weird. There's some YouTubers that get bent out of shape over the whole thumbs down thing. They're like, look how many thumbs down I'm getting. I'm like, who gives a fuck? You can't keep these fucking animals on YouTube happy. It's just what it is, man. We are fucking animals. You can't keep us happy. I can go like Amazing Lucas, for example. I can't stand that motherfucker. That little scrawny fucking 5'2" asshole. He's a bag of shit. He is right on deck with Don Lemons, if you ask me. He's just a complete piece of shit. Nonetheless, um, he has a fucking platform, a big one. So, guys, with that, and I say he's a piece of shit because last night he was talking out of his ass. He didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He didn't know he was talking about ivermectin or ivermectin, right? And he just didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And I was putting up all the articles that they found on ivermectin working and all this other bullshit, and I put it on his page. And I just gave him reading sources, and he was just motherfucking people, and he was just being an asshole. Now the crazy shit about him is he lost a large chunk of subscribers. I don't know what happened. I mean, the kid used to make sense, and then all of a sudden, he became a fucking asshole. I mean, he lost his fucking he. You know what? And I have a theory, and I don't want to uh, share the theory just yet because I want to uh, confirm it. But I have a theory with the shot and people's attitudes. That's all I'm going to say for now. If I find more proof or I find more evidence, if you will, rather than proof evidence, I will definitely share it, but I will probably share it on BitChute. Not BitChute, Rumble. Sorry. I can't stand BitChute, by the way. Fuck BitChute. BitChute's fucking stupid. You know, BitChute doesn't work. I uploaded a video 5 times and it never took. But Rumble, it took the first time around. So whatever. Oh shit, Pinball's in the house. Thank you, Pinball, for joining us tonight. If you are here, appreciate it. Northern Girl, exactly. Exactly. I'm noticing, and Serafina, I'm noticing something about that. Somebody in my firehouse pointed that out to me. And then I started, like, I thought it myself, but I didn't think, I was like, nope, that's paranoia. And another buddy of mine who's not on the conspiracy theory train said it, and I was like, shit, he's right. You know, like he pointed it out, and he pointed out different actors too. And I was like, holy shit. And he made a good point. So, like I said, we'll get into that in another day. Patriots. I like that one, Centaur. If I said your name right, Centaur. Yeah, Patriots, guys. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, this whole Patriot shit, this don't tread on me, this fucking get some and fuck. Hey, yo, it's coming. So for everybody here who says they're a Patriot and they're ready to get down, yo, the get down is coming soon. So people better show and prove. I already said, I made a conscious decision. Wolf Mule, thank you for the donation. Janet, thank you for the donation. I already made a conscious decision, man, that I think I'm going, not I think, I will be going to jail for this shit. So, or worse. Whatever fucking happened, guys, however sideways this goes, I'm down to go all the way. I'm that confident that something needs to happen, right? So, for everybody in there is waving a flag and like, I'm a patriot. Yeah, center, exactly. It's got to be a little more than, hey, mom, thanks, mom. See, that works out. Thank you, mom, for the donation. Um, so, yeah, guys, the get down's coming, and unfortunately, yo, it's not going to be good, man. I just don't see anything good coming out of this. I really don't. Um, and you know, trying to be careful what I say for the obvious reasons. I know that Rumble has a live stream thing now, so I might start doing live streams on there as well when I really cut loose. Oh, by the way, speaking of cutting loose, apparently now I am an agent of the government. So some asshole, some asshole made a video of Officer Tatum and myself, and he called us government agents or agents of something or another. And I'm like, what the fuck? So now all of a sudden, according to this guy, guys, I watched the part on me. Now, Officer Tatum, I think I know why he gets away with the shit he says, and I think I know why I get away with the shit I say. I think. I'm not sure. I don't want to jinx it. That's why I won't say it out loud. But uh, Officer Tatum, you know, some of the shit he says I don't agree with. But then again, like, you're not going to agree with everyone. That's why I still watch him. Lucas the Amazing, he is a bag of shit. God, that's a fucking guy. If him and Don Lemons were in a car together and it flew off a fucking cliff like Thelma and Louise and hit the side of a fucking mountain and burned up in fucking flames, that's where I would probably throw a fucking crash burn party for those two assholes. Because, again, Amazing Lucas has a fucking platform where he could be a little more responsible. But instead, he's inciting ignorance. Ignorance. Now, yes, somebody could look at my channel, watch me right now, and go, well, you're doing the same thing because you're talking about things that don't, necessarily happen or whatever, conspiracy theories. I'm like, yes. But guess what, guys? The conspiracy theories that I have mentioned and others have mentioned is happening. It's not conspiracy theory anymore. It's called facts. Yes, and they get ass cancer. Thank you, High Flyer. Right, guys? Um, it is what it is, guys. Centuri says, all talk, no action. Hey, listen, man, if you're talking about me, okay. But when the action happens, Mr. Centuri, are you going to get down or are you going to sit there like a keyboard warrior and keep typing? Guys, there's a difference because I made this decision a couple weeks ago. I sat there pissed off, angry, even scared because I'm like, this is going to get bad. And so once I realized that I was fucking pissed and scared over this shit, I was like, there's only one way out, guys. Only one way out. So, because I, listen, the last time I was scared over anything was the Trade Center. When I thought two buildings were going to hit me. Or land on me, sorry, rather. Not hit me, land on me. And this is rolling out slowly, but we're watching it roll out, and we're watching, it's like watching chess. We are watching the moves being made and know exactly where they're going. So this is what, and this is why when I sat there and I thought about this shit, I'm like, yo, is this what is this what it's gonna take? Or we're gonna have to fucking, we're gonna have to do the get down bullshit. Unfortunately, guys, it's gonna have to get that way. It's just a fact of how many of us are gonna fucking do it. That's what I'm a little. That's what I'm more nervous about. I'm more nervous about people not turning out. Backwoods prepping, absolutely. You are a patriot, because you've been in the shit at least here in the country when it came to the protesting and shit. Um, but guys, I don't know. I mean, we're looking at Australia, and some people are like that's not going to happen here. That's over there. And one side of me will agree, to some degree, it's not going to get carried away. But guys, they are renewing the focus on our Second Amendment. They're renewing the focus on gun violence. They're probably going to, within a year or two, pass down some hefty fucking laws, guys, where they're going to try and take those away. Now, New York State, for those of you guys that live in New York State, you better grow a pair of motherfucking balls in the next fucking couple of gun laws that come down. You better stand your fucking ground. You better bury half your shit that you have. Bury it. Lose it. Boating accident. Car accident. Fucking Don Lemons took your shit and ran away and skipped away with your gun. Think of something. But do not fucking fold to the next gun laws that they come out with here in New York State. I don't have any. So I, in essence, could be talking shit, yes. But for those of you that have it, guys, you better fucking fight tooth and nail to keep it, because they are going to move on the guns next. They're going to move on the guns next, and they're going to move on the guns hard, guys, so that it's a chess game. They're moving on the guns next to make the takeover easier. If you give your fucking guns up, then we have nothing to fucking stand with. Nothing. Rocks, maybe. Stones, so we can go back to the Afghan days of rocks and stones. We could probably do that. But then what, guys? We have to fucking not comply. Yes, high flyer, exactly. They armed the fucking, they armed the Taliban. They said, yo, guys, here's an early Ramadan gift for you guys. All our military fucking weapons here. You can have them all. All our rifles, all our fucking Humvees. What was it, 22,000 Humvees? Right? I don't know, 1,300 fucking Blackhawks? They fucking here, man. They fucking made it fucking rain military gear on these fucking assholes. It was like they were at a strip club and they were fucking with M4s, and you can have an M4 and you can have an M4. I'm like, how the fuck did the military leave all of that behind? Guys, I get it. I get if they said, you know what? We left some shit behind. It was an accident. Okay, 3 this, 4 that, maybe 40 of these. Fine. But we're talking about thousands of fucking weapons left behind. Thousands of military hardware gear left behind. It wasn't an accident, guys. It wasn't an, oh shit, we left it behind. No, you don't leave that shit behind by accident. It was done on purpose. The military general who's in charge should be dragged out of his office, and you know where it goes from there, guys. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a governmental knock on the door. But fuck that guy, because those fucking assholes sold out the country by fucking letting Taliban have fucking weapons. Our weapons. American weapons. Weapons that were left behind accidentally. That is fucking bullshit. And it pisses me the fuck off, because people are like, well, they didn't know that they were leaving in a hurry. They knew fucking 2-3 weeks ahead of schedule that this was happening. So now all of a sudden it surprised them. They were like, oh my God. We didn't know this was happening. We received this surprise knock on our door. And then It's bullshit, guys. It's beyond fucking treason. I don't know what the fuck is beyond treason, but I'm pretty sure we should create a fucking level of beyond treason because this is where it is. It went fucking too far when you leave all that shit behind. They left too many military weapons behind, guys. Too many. Rainy day, man. Thank you for the donation. I don't know, guys. Also, I know a couple of you guys emailed me about Ice Age Farmer and that he hasn't released a video, but he has. I don't know if it's him, but on the Telegram, it's like fucking, they left it for the. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with Ice Age Farmer, and I don't know what's going on with Prepper Nation. I tried to reach out to him. I asked him if he dying or some shit. He never responded back to me. So I don't know what's going on with him either. But nonetheless, Ice Age, I haven't seen a video on him for a while. And Prepper Nation, supposedly he has COVID. John supposedly has COVID. And that's where it is. Capital currency. Listen, you if you left that many weapons behind for the Afghan government's army, it's one thing. But the amount of weapons they left behind and the shit they left behind doesn't seem right. And the Blackhawks, they weren't training those. I mean, I don't know if they were training them to fly Blackhawks, guys. But if they were, and listen, the guys who trained the Afghan army knew that they were pussies. So again, if you have a guy who's training them, and the guy's training, well, listen, General, these fucking guys are bitches. They're gonna fucking fold like origami. We can't leave this shit here for them. And then the Afghan army folds. Well, they knew the Afghan army was gonna fold. Everybody knew they were gonna fold. Everybody knew they were pussies. So it again, they left too much for them to take. Something isn't sitting right. Summer Fun Guy. All right, thank you for that. So he was on. So he's still alive. All right, very good. Um, Francine Ryder, thank you for that. All right, he had the Delta variant. Listen, guys, I hate doing this, but I'm gonna do it. You won't know you had the Delta variant until you were tested for the Delta variant. All right. Thank you, Backwoods Prepping, for the donation, and thank you for standing with me. Hopefully, when the time comes, guys, a lot of us stand together. But a lot of us are going to have to stand together on something else. We're going to have to be. This is going into the whole "you're not alone" portion of it. Thank you for bringing that up, by the way, Tammy. Thank you for the donation. Before I get into the whole "you're not alone" thing, guys, to do the Delta variant testing is a specific test. It's a genetic testing or something like that. That takes days, in some cases weeks, if it's backlog. You just don't get sick and go, and then a doctor tells you, "Oh, you had the Delta variant." It don't work that way. It does not work that way. You have to get a specific testing to get it done, and that specific testing takes weeks. Sorry, it takes days, if not weeks. Right. So again, um, said it wasn't tested for the Delta variant. Doctor said asked him a bunch of questions. And okay, Ash B. All right, that would make sense, but still, you can't sit there and say you have something if you're not been tested for it. That's like saying, well, I had sex with a bunch of women. I might have AIDS. No, either you have it or you don't. All right, guys, we can't sit there and again subscribe to the narrative of the bullshit of, oh, well, I might have had something. No, no, no. You did either you had it or you didn't. That's it, guys. Can't speculate because speculate is how we got here. Believing all the bullshit that's been going on in the last, I don't know how long, year and a half now, 2 years. Speculation. Don't speculate. Either get it confirmed and just say you had COVID. That's it. I had the Lambda variant, I think, or maybe it was HIV. I don't know, but I had something. You don't work that way. And yes, his doctor put that in his head. I'm not saying John. I'm not blaming Prepper Nation at all. I'm saying that his doctor put that bullshit in his head, and they need to stop. They need to either test you for it, or tell you you might have it, or not say anything at all. Just be like, whatever, man. You had COVID. You're gonna get better. You'll be okay. Boom, 99% survival. Right? Anyway, guys, um, let's get to the you're not alone. We're gonna need to be moral support for one another, guys. This is getting out of control. Um, People are abandoning one another because they're not complying. Let's walk it back 2, 3 years. People were breaking up because couples, guys, marriages were broken up. Couples were breaking up because one person in that party voted for Donald Trump. And with that, the other person in the party blew up, fucking, oh my God, and had a fucking, vaginal attack, if it's a guy, and if it's a fucking woman, breast attack or whatever, right? And they broke up and they got divorced. And this person now is all alone because he thought that his voting rights or his voting um, opinion was just that, his opinion, and he voted for Trump or he voted for Biden, and that was it. But you had couples break up over this shit. So now you had couples who also didn't like the fact that the husband was a gun collector, and then we had these high-profile shootings a couple years back. Then these high-profile shootings became something um, bad or big. Sorry, big. And then whoever in that party was like, well, you got to get rid of your guns. Because if you want to stay in this marriage, you want to fucking stay in this pussy, you better get rid of your guns. And some guys are like, well, fuck you, I'm not getting rid of it. And some guys got rid of their guns. Some guys destroyed their shit. Not selling them back, but one asshole, I think it was Instagram, destroyed his fucking firearms. Anyway, so guys, now we are in a boat where moral support is going to be needed more than ever. More than ever, guys, because right now we are people are abandoning one another at an alarming rate because they're not complying with the shot. People are breaking up. Relationships are breaking up because one person doesn't want to get the jab. So some people are losing friends over that. Some people are losing friends slowly. Some people are going out with their friends and their friends are going to a fucking bar that says vaccinated only, and the one person in that party's not, and that person's like, and that person has to go home. This is where we are, guys. Right? Oh, we have to eat outdoors because Sarah is not vaccinated. And so now, here they go. Eating outdoors begrudgingly because Sarah's not vaccinated. So they try to make Sarah feel bad through the whole fucking thing. Tara, exactly. Some people are losing family over this shit. So, the whole you're not alone, this is where, guys, we have to more than ever now be there for one another at some aspect or another. I know it's not wholeheartedly realistic on every aspect, but somewhere we got to be able to talk to one another, whether it's an email, text message, something. I know some you guys reach out to me email. I try to reach out to everybody. I try to get back to a lot of it. I even go to my spam because I know some of it goes there. So I try to answer everyone back I possibly can. It is getting harder the bigger the channel grows, but I'm trying to stay as fucking as natural as possible. But guys, you're gonna need a support system. With doctors not treating you because you're an asshole, with the all the bullshit going on, guys, we need a support system. A prepper group is a support system, and prepper groups, guys, are what you might need to be looking at and or starting in today, tomorrow. I don't give a fuck when you start it, but start it, guys. Yeah. Oh, guys, the booster shot, yo, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, yo, that isn't looking good. You are going to have to scare the fucking rest of this nation into that, because so many people have. I've asked about taking the booster, said no, they're not. That's going to be one hell of a fight for whoever's in charge to give that up. Randy, exactly. The immune system is not meant to be in the high constant state. Right, exactly. But this is what they're doing, fucking us in the ass. You know, more and more. But anyway, guys, I was going to talk about the eviction moratorium. I'm going to probably skip that because I have that. You know what? We got 9 minutes. Let's go over that. So the eviction moratorium, guys. Um, Listen, the Supreme Court, August 26th, made a decision to overturn the CDC's eviction ban. So now that the eviction ban is no longer, and the CDC way overstepped even putting that in play, the Supreme Court now says evictions uh, can resume all over the United States. Now, here's the thing about the eviction moratorium, guys. A lot of people are like, we're going to see a mass amount of homeless people all of a sudden. No, you're not. No, you're not. The homeless people are going to be on the street, guys, but we have anywhere between 2 months to a year from the end of this month or maybe the end of next month, because every state has an emergency rental assistance program. Every state. It depends on how that state handles it will dictate whether or not these people will be on the street in 2 months or whether these people will be on the street in a year, or they'll solve the problem for those people. But nonetheless, these people have to find a job so that they can start paying their rent. Now, the amount of people that are in the tube, if you will, or on deck to losing their homes is 3.5 million people. So 3.5 million people is a lot of people to go homeless, guys. But with the emergency rental assistance program, all 3.5 million people are not going to be out in the street at once. Just virtually impossible. New York State, for example, has a rental program where as long as you apply, they passed a law stating that you cannot get kicked out of your home, or the landlords or whoever's owns the home cannot kick you out. So you apply for the program, you show it to your landlord, you're locked in. With that, guys, the states that have the evictions on hold are California, D.C., District of Columbia, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York. Now, with New Jersey, the eviction is on hold, but your utilities are not. So you could be living in your home, no power. Minnesota is a hold on evictions, but maybe not utilities. District of Columbia, they're both a yes, and New York is both a yes. New Mexico, evictions are on hold, but utilities are not. So you'll have a roof over your head, but you'll be living in the dark or by way of candle, right? So, um, again, guys, emergency. If for some of you that might be in this boat, very few of them might be in this boat. The emergency rental assistance program is something you should be signing up for forthwith, right away, today. Stop watching this fucking video and fill that thing out now. A lot of it, if not all states, you can do it online. You don't have to worry about going down an office, standing on a long line. Just fill it out, and then I think it locks you in from getting evicted. In some states, other states, they have to get to you before you get kicked out, and that might not always be the case. You might be getting kicked out of your home before they even get to your case file. So you got to keep that in mind. And when you're filling it out, make sure you call whatever state you live in. Make sure you call to see what the procedures are, so that you're not fucking caught with your pants down. Now, yes, I know that a lot of landlords are losing money and they're fucking going broke. Some of them were about to lose their home because they couldn't pay because they weren't collecting money. I get that. So it's a tough place to be for everyone. I'm not siding with the landlords. I'm not siding with the people who are being evicted. I'm just saying there is a happy medium and it needs to be met. So, guys, as far as the camps go, it's not camping. It's fucking Australian camping. And again, the way they made that dude, the way they made that article look was fucking bad. It was just like, well, we're sitting here and we're getting tested daily, and and I didn't read, I didn't get far enough to read whether or not they were being vaccinated or forced to be vaccinated. I didn't get to that part yet. There was no mention of it though. For every article I glanced at, there was no mention of it. So I guess that's a good thing. Who the fuck knows? But nonetheless, guys, it's all falling apart, and it's falling apart fast. Now, remember maybe a year ago, around this time, for some of you that have been following me that long, remember I said something that there was this uneasiness in the air and that things are going to get a lot worse come 2021. and it got bad, but it didn't get worse. Um, I think 2022 is going to be a fucking. It's going to get bad. It's going to get exponentially bad. I think the next 2 weeks or 2 months, maybe even stretching to four, it's going to get exponentially bad. And then next year the shoe's going to drop, and then we're going to see some fucking crazy shit. So, guys, for those of you that are fucking watching this, hang on to your nut sacks and your titties, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to get fucking bad. And I've played out so many different versions of how bad this is going to get, and I don't even think I skimmed the surface because there are a million and one ways this can go bad. So, guys, anyway, that being said, um, as far as the eviction moratorium thing goes, we're going to see homeless people, but we're not going to see them all at once. It's going to be a slow trickle of people on the street or a slow trickle of people in those housing units. Now, the crazy thing about the housing units, I want to talk about that real quick before we go off the air. The housing units, by the way, guys, they're still considered homeless. So, when homeless people get assigned those homeless shelters and they have their own room, right, or their own apartment, they assign those apartment or those rooms, they're still considered homeless. They have a roof over their head, they have somewhere to go, but nonetheless, it's a they're still considered homeless. So on paper, the homeless number is absolutely going to skyrocket, but we're not going to see that same number on the streets, like legitimately in the streets. Now, some cities you might, or some states you might, but states like New York City, you're not going to see that shit. The really liberal cities like California, Detroit, you won't see that. You'll see it in probably small areas, rural areas. You might see that kind of shit, but you definitely will not see it here. Random Gene, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thanks. All right, guys. Yeah, 300 Warriors. Yeah, like LA, right? Those places they'll take care of the people. I mean, listen, there are people who are abusing the system. That's without a doubt, guys. There are a lot of people abusing the system, and they should be weeded out. Absolutely. And there's some people who are wholeheartedly out of work, and there's going to be more people, guys, out of work because of the mandates. The mandates are going to get ugly, and then you're going to see some fucking real shit. But like I said, guys, there's getting angry, getting pissed, getting mad, shutting down, closing the internet off, burying yourself under a rock is not the answer. It just isn't. We're gonna have to fucking at some point. We're gonna have to knuckle up. That's the direction we're going in now. So, guys, the Angry Truth channel is coming up next. So do me a favor, head over there. Um, Kenny King, I'm not anymore. I'm not pissed. I'm mad, and mad keeps me from being afraid because I know where this is going to go. I'm not going to be surprised. So there's no reason to be scared. Like I said, I stopped being scared. I just got mad, and now I know that there's things that need to be done. It's the bottom line. But anyway, guys, on the Angry Truth channel, if you don't mind heading over there in a couple of minutes, we're going to discuss, it's going to be called Mandate Mondays. So every Monday, I'm going to try to do Mandate Mondays, and all Mandate Mondays is an update on the new mandates and the bullshit coming down the pipe. Now, not every Monday is going to be a Mandate Monday, but obviously if some fucked up shit is happening, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to label it Mandate Mondays. We're going to talk about judges overstepping and doctors refusing to see the unvaccinated. I know that was supposed to be, we talked about it today on the Angryprepper, but we're going to talk about it more in depth on the Angry Truth channel. Other than that, guys, listen, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for watching. And listen, again, we have to become our own support system. And we have to figure out a good system because I think a lot of us might have to form a community. I think that's pretty much where we're going, guys. We have to form our own community. And I hate prepper communities. I hate it. I don't want to fucking live with other people or deal with their bullshit. But unfortunately, guys, we have to suck it the fuck up and build a community. Nick, why don't I have guns? I live in New York State. That should say it all. And not for nothing, the gun I want or the guns I want, I can't own here. So, um, maybe a pea shooter and a BB gun. And then I have hopes and dreams and a book of harsh language if a criminal comes at me. So if he comes at me with a gun, maybe if I say fuck shit piss, it'll offend him enough to get him away from me. I don't know. But again, that's my answer. And I'm sticking to it. That being said, guys, thank you for watching.